Well, this is the time of year, it seems, when everyone with an agenda comes to Washington to meet with their members of Congress. There are farmers, veterans, business interests, all the folks you expect to find knocking on the doors in the halls of Congress.
But then there are those who prefer to make their cases before the American people, all exercising their First Amendment rights of free speech, right here in the nation's capital.
Members of LaRoche PAC were outside the Longworth House building. Their banner warned that the end of the world, at least the financial world, was coming to an end. This week, in fact.
Farming is gone, or manufacturing base is gone. That's all collapsing while the cancerous growth of derivatives and mortgage-backed securities and a bunch of junk rises, and they're about to go for bail-in, which will wipe out the whole global financial system.
Then there was this man, Rick Hohensee, whose cardboard box hat called for the impeachment of the president and a cleaning house of Congress.
The American people have to understand that they still have absolute sovereignty as a whole, as a people. And that's what they don't get. The guy I was talking to a regular Joe yesterday. He said, yeah, but that's not possible. I said, in fact, 60% of Americans favor throwing them all out.
Rick Hohensee, who lives in Maryland, says he comes to Washington periodically to bring his unique economics lesson to the masses. He says he wants Americans to question the things they hear in the mainstream media and to also study the Constitution. He wants them to think outside the box. You knew it was coming.
I didn't know it was coming, that we were going to have to chase him all the way across the capital city to get that interview, but that's what you wanted, so.
Well, it's a guy with a box on his head. Anyway, well, before we leave you today, I want to show you, this is the Farmer's Almanac, the 2014 edition. We picked this up at the American Farm Bureau office. Now, the 2014 edition is in its 179th year, and it was printed around November of last year, so it could make the edition, make the January edition here. And if you think it's difficult to predict the weather, I'm looking here. The date we shot our show, March 13th, the temperature was 20 degrees with a wind chill of 8. The Farmer's Almanac, which was printed 5 months ago, says that on March 13th, it will be frigid in this part of the country. So maybe predicting the weather is not as difficult as we might seem. So anyway. That does it for this edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. Be sure to join us next week when we will take you to the big Louisiana Sportsman Show to show you a new line of farm equipment and how it is getting smaller, how micro tractors are changing the definition of who can be a farmer.
And you can watch this or any of our previous Twyla programs anytime on our website, twylatv.org. For Michael Dana and myself, coming to you from the nation's capital, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you again right here next week.